Hey guys, so today I'm going to teach you how to crochet. I'm going to start a whole series and do how to crochet for beginners. We're going to start with chains and single crochets, and then we'll go on to double crochets, half doubles, slip stitch, and I'll try to teach you all the basic stitches and the basic things you need to know for crochet. So first off, you're going to need some yarn, obviously. This is Lion Brand Wool-Ease Thick and Quick. It is a weight 6 yarn. Yarns go by weights, and so when you look at a pattern, it's normally going to tell you which weight you need. This is a weight 6, also known as super bulky. Weight 4 is probably the most commonly used weight in patterns. It's the called worsted weight or medium worsted weight. So 0 is lace, 1 is super fine, 2 is fine, 3 is light, 4 is medium, 5 is bulky, 6 is super bulky, 7 is jumbo. And they'll usually tell you on the skein of the yarn, you can look at it, see this one says 6, super bulky. It normally has a suggested hook size to go with. This one says 9 millimeters, but I'm going to be using an 8. But you'll always want to check your pattern before you get a hook. Don't just go off what the yarn says. Check the pattern for what you're going to use. But when you're just learning, it's not that big of a deal. So I have this 8 millimeter clover crochet hook and this Lion Brand Wool-Ease Thick and Quick yarn. Okay, so let's get started. All right, so let's get started. So first things first, you're going to have to make a slip knot. So you're going to take your yarn, you're going to make a loop. I like to wrap it like this. Then you have your tail over your working yarn. This is your working yarn, what you're going to be crocheting with, and this is your tail. So you're going to wrap it around with the loop. I come through with my thumb and my index finger, pull up that working yarn, pull up a loop. There's your slip knot. You're going to stick your hook in there, pull it tight but not too tight. You still want to be able to move it up and down easily. And now we're going to start crocheting. So first off, we're going to start with a chain. I like to hold my yarn. I grab it with my pinky and ring finger. I pinch the project with my thumb and my middle finger, and then I wrap the yarn around my index finger. So we'll start that again. So grab it. To grab it, we're going to grab with pinky, ring finger, wrap it around, take middle finger, thumb, pinch the yarn. So now we're going to start chaining. We're going to hold it in our right hand. If you're left-handed, it'll be opposite, but I'm right-handed, so that's how I'm going to show you. So you're going to yarn over, so you're going to wrap your hook under your yarn like this, pull that yarn through your chain, or through your loop, and now you have one chain. So do it again, wrap it under, pull it through. Do it again, wrap it under, pull it through. It will take you some time to get used to holding the yarn like this. It took me a while, and it'll just take everybody a while. So we're going to keep going. We have 3 chains. And you can see them right here, 1, 2, 3. We're going to keep going. Remember you don't need to pull it tight. It doesn't have to be tight. Everything should be pretty relaxed. Relax your hands. You don't have to do it tight. You really want your chains not to be too tight because it can mess with your project if you chain too tightly. All right, so we're going to yarn over, pull through the loop. Now we're at 4, 5, 6. We're just going to start with 6 just to show you. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now we are going to single crochet. So to single crochet, you normally want to skip the first chain. The loop on your hook is not a chain, so you're going to skip the first chain. So there's our first chain. We're going to skip it, go into the second chain, and see here, you can see that little V. We're going to just stick it under that top loop, reach through, and we are going to pull up a loop with our yarn. Now we have 2 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over, and we're going to pull through both loops. And there you have it. You've made 1 single crochet. Now we are going to go into the next chain. So we're going to insert our hook into that, yarn over, pull up a loop. There you have it. 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. And now you have 2 single crochets. So we're just going to finish this off. Yarn over. And see how I'm still holding my project? Like, you might have to adjust your hands, but I'm still holding my project with my middle finger and my thumb, and holding the yarn over my index finger, and holding it with ring finger and pinky down here. So we're going to insert into our last chain. You can see this is our last chain. There's our slip knot right there, but this is our last chain. Insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both loops, and you have a single crochet. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 single crochets. So in your starting chain, you're always going to want one extra chain for however many single crochets you want. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We did 6 chains. So now we're going to chain 1. You're going to chain 1 after every row before you start your next row. And then we're going to turn our work. So now we're on the back side of our work. We're going to do our second row. So we are going to insert our hook into the first chain, or the first stitch. So there's our last stitch from the previous row. We're going to insert it in there. You can see the top V. And you're going to yarn over, grab that yarn with the hook, pull it through. Now you've got your 2 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over, pull that through those 2 loops right there. Okay, and now go on to the next one. 2 loops, yarn over, pull through. We're going to go on to the next one. You see it right there. You can see the V. We're going to stick it under that V. Yarn over, pull it up. Yarn over, pull through both loops. Now we're going to yarn over, pull through both loops. And see, we're going to find our last stitch. The last stitch may be a little bit tricky, but this one is the last one right here. It's the last V, as you can see. So you're going to stick it through that last V, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both loops. So now you're going to want to double check by counting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good, we still have 5 single crochets. That's how you know you had 1 in each stitch and you're not adding any stitches or losing any stitches. So now chain 1 and you would turn and do it again. And that's how you single crochet. If you want to see more or want to learn more, go ahead and hit subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next video. I'll try to get it up super quick.